you the opposition, don't you ever let. Cause when I get it, you know it's a
I need to watch out for this people holding his angle. Oh my word!
Still forced to swing and does do so with an updraft Wolverine. Not expecting the second one there. Lewis still with the blade stormers going crazy.
Drop down the operator and pick up the vandal. He's the last round and care. He's not able to get anyone as the counter flash is there. And but the deadlock tries to steal his teammate away, but he's gonna be surviving immediately with the team play card. He's just gonna deal some damage, but he's gonna be easily taken out. And OOT just way too aggressive. Ay.
Oh, I see the vision.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat. Welcome back to the Reyna's Overdrive tournament. We are in the playoffs, second quarter of the tournament, after Andromeda beat Elysian yesterday 2-1 in a very splendid match. I'm Minimizek and I'm joined by Dante today. So Dante, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm hyped. I'm not gonna lie, you fired me up already. That's a hell of a start. I'm damn impressed. So yes, basically, as everyone said, well, as Minimize has already said, welcome on. So, yes, basically, Elysian ended up just slightly being outdone by Andromeda yesterday. Very close, very good games. And, well, that was yesterday, but what have we got coming up today? We should be getting that schedule just coming through for you at the moment in just a second, but it's CLS. It's Oasis Verde. We've seen quite a lot. Here we go. And then at 7 o'clock as well, I believe. Minimize, do you have who's on at 7? The names quite escape me just at the moment.
I believe Freeorbs was one of the teams, and the other team was EXO, I believe. So I think it was Freeorbs versus EXO later on today. So stick around, obviously. But again, we haven't even started the first game. So, I mean...
Getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, but you know what? We have to let people know how it's going to look. And then, well, we have kind of a special treat then for everyone. Minimize, what is the special treat?
Right, so I get to do the honors, I guess. Okay, so we will be doing an interview with the IGL of Coalesce, King House. He's in the VC with us right now, just listening to us yap over. So I think we can just get this show started.
How are you, King Haas?
I'm very well, thank you. Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Very well, man. Very well. Thanks for asking. So, first thing, I guess I'll jump in kind of with the first question. Just in terms of CLS, because it is a team of quite differing. Let's say you put it in a good way, which is passions. There's some people a bit more passionate, a bit less passionate. There's a lot of quite different personalities there. So being an IGL for a team with a player range quite as broad as that, how do you find yourself yelling in a way that brings everyone together?
So for me, it's certainly not an easy task. Having a lot of people, some people very loud, some people very quiet, some people very outgoing, some people very introverted. It's certainly a difficult task bringing them all together, but that's part of the learning process, isn't it? Like, the more time we spend together, the more time we're in the server together, like the better we're going to understand one another. So it's one of those where it's just a time kind of fixes everything. There's no like one size fits all approach to this kind of thing. It's just something that we've got to work out in our own way over time.
No, of course, and you're doing a splendid job of it so far, at least, and there's plenty more time to get even more developed and kind of reinforced as a team. So no, I love to hear it.
I want to ask you about the group of death. Of course, you know Oasis. They topped their group 5 out of 5 games. I just wanted to ask you, what did you do to prepare for this game? Because I mean, you're going up against a demon of a team right now.
Yeah, so they're currently in a very, very good patch of form. I don't think many people expect them to get even out of their group, let alone top it, after frankly battering two of the top teams in the competition. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of those people. I always believed in Oasis. I know Avi and Corsa are extremely talented players. Heard a lot of good things about the other members as well. So I was always confident that they were going to do quite well. But to this extent, maybe not. Yeah, they're a very solid team. Preparation-wise, it's been difficult because the problem with Oasis, you never know which team you're going to face. They've got A, B, C, D, and E teams all signed up on the Challenger mode. So we'll see what we come up against. Really, we're just going to play our game and see what happens.
No, awesome, and in terms of then, because you did mention kind of the A, B, C, and D team, was there anything that you either believe that Oasis have kind of maybe tried to study? Was there anything that you were maybe thinking that could be played around, particularly as well? To my knowledge, at least, you guys are very much people that do kind of plan ahead, and they're like with a little bit of the meta essentially shifting and all those like kind of smaller changes. Is there anything that you were maybe either eyeballing, or would you rather keep that a secret if the answer is yes?
I mean, I think it's best we keep that kind of thing a secret for the time being.
No issues, no issues. Just in case, because we can hear. But minimize anything else from your side.
I think I don't have anything else. King Us, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I'm very excited to see you guys and Oasis play this. I believe it's going to be a spectacular match to watch. So good luck to you, good luck to them, and yeah, we'll see you soon, bro.
Yes, thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you.
All the best, King. Thank you so much
Bye-bye.
for joining us. Awesome, and so with that, we should hopefully, I believe the map bans are now ready to go. So with that, I think we can jump through and minimize. These are quite exciting bans here. There's quite a lot to see. So you know what? I think it's best that you take the beautiful people through that.
All right, thank you. Okay, so I get to do the honors again. Dante, you're too generous, bro. So going to the map bans, I believe. No, I mean we should be displaying on screen in a second. But going through them, I hope to see. Okay, ban Icebox. Okay. I just hope to see a couple of different maps coming out instead of the usual bind, ascent, Lotus.
See, that's the thing. That's the difference. Is I've noticed some people do say, and well, actually speaking of Lotus, Oasis have decided that we're not going to be running that. But yeah, no, a lot of people that I've talked to seem to have Lotus as their third. Split seems to be mine. Anytime I'm talking to people about the maps, those are the three that everyone mentions.
Yeah. I mean, Lotus is quite a popular map, but I think lots of people were kind of debating about Split as well. I think some of the teams as well. But first map, we're going to be taken to LA Sunset as our map 1. So, what are your thoughts, bro?
Dude, I'm excited. I have been saying that since Sunset has came out, and fair play to Riot, because I do think since the maps have kind of become like more frequently released, I think they have had some issues, and I think a lot of people have agreed with that. I will say Sunset's probably the strongest fresh out of the box map that they have made so far, if you don't count Ascent, because technically Ascent wasn't in the beta. But I think Sunset's a very, very like well-designed, well-balanced map, and it comes down to purely which team either has a spicier comp, or if it's the same comp, just who understands the map better.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I like that insight. Map 2, we're going straight to Breeze, the AIM map that everyone loves, that either you love or you hate. If everyone loves it, I'd be very surprised. No, most people hate it. Very few love it, but we're going to be taken to Breeze anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I've definitely seen a couple of comps coming out here. Lots of Yoru, lots of Jet, sometimes Yoru and Jet together. And yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see maybe some Euros running around. Of course, I'm an operator player myself, so I do love to see those Jets as well, just going around. And my camera died.
Oh no, the camera! Oh no! Oh my days! Oh no, minimize. Well, we will keep you here in spirit, my guy. As the last map then to get banned is indeed Split. So we're actually looking at quite. Hey, he's back. Hey. So we are looking quite actually at a very different lineup to what we're used to. First map Sunset, second map Breeze, and then the third is our comfortable tried and true Ascent, which will most likely, if we make it there, which I think we will, the most likely tried and true comp, and here we have them now. So CLS initially on defense for the Sunset, initially on defense as well for Breeze. Actually, initially just on defense all three. So either CLS are very confident of their defense, or they are planning to, I guess, throw the defense and then have their morale just come right back up in the attack. Either or can work. What are you thinking about this, Minimize?
I mean, I think that if they believe in their defense, then all power to them, you know? So I might be expecting a little bit more of kind of a defense-sided comp on Breeze, so maybe like a solo Jet and then KO Sova for them, rather than Yoru Jet. which we might see Oasis run, because I've seen Oasis run some wacky comps, like Ray's Jet on Bind, for example. That was one of them. But if they want to try and take more rounds on defense, all the power to them. But yeah, I think it's just down to how hard they can hold those sites down and stop Oasis from just slamming their site hard and good.
No, exactly. And particularly as well for Sunset, this is what I was saying, because Sunset does play, I'd say, probably the most like Ascent. Sunset is kind of an Ascent light. There's a little bit extra in terms of kind of, I mean, even in terms of the layout, there is quite similar. You just go to B, you take mid, you go to A. The only difference, really, I'd say with Sunset is you've got quite a bit more of an opportunity for the fight. And the equivalent would be in tiles if you're thinking Ascent space, and then of course it's market if you're actually on Sunset. But the level of comps that can come out, it's nice that we can see Fade. It's nice that Sky can still actually find her footing here, because I believe, quite similar to a lot of people, Sky just wasn't able to be picked up after what happened to her. The same way Viper, in theory, shouldn't actually be playable. But again, this map pool has favored Viper so much that we still see her despite that. And then very wise for the Reynas to have Neon on their graphics and such, because she is our new God Queen once the new patch rolls around. For anyone that hasn't seen it, it's quite ludicrous. But yeah, that's all up and coming in the future, at least for the Neon shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see what these teams are cooking on these maps, because I mean. On Sunset, I guess I'm kind of interested to see the initiators, because I mean, again. Well, okay, well, I can keep talking. So the initiators is just inside of these comps. Oh yeah, I'm gone. But you can probably still hear me. Oh, I'm back. Hello.
Stop toying with my emotions, Minnie. You haven't started yet, and I'm already hyped.
I know, bro. I'm building suspension.
Oh my
so
God.
Yes, initiators. Where was I? Fade, Gecko, Breach, KO. Those are the main initiators that we usually see on Sunset.
Yep.
Obviously, the KO and Gecko pair very well together. Breach Fade or Breach Sova or even Breach Gecko also is very common. We'll just have to what they pull out and what they decide to play. Breeze, obviously, I talked about the Yoru, talked about the Jet. Obviously, KO is one of the ones that you would have instead of a Yoru. Sova is obviously always going to be there. Viper, like you said, got nerfed to the ground, but here she is, still up and running on Breeze. Yeah, and then Ascent, obviously, default comp is probably what we're going to see. So, yeah.
And that is like the default comp and Ascent will actually be quite an interesting way to, if we do get to the third map, which I do quite hope so, it's going to be very much the Ascent mirror match to finish off is very much, okay, who's the better team? Who are just pound for pound the better players? Because you're on the map that's been solved, on the comps that have been solved, it's literally just who can rose better. Meanwhile, with Sunset, with Breeze, there are a few other factors at mind. You can maybe not have, well, Breeze is the aim map, but even still, you can have moments and stuff of people not necessarily the best at the aim duels, but understanding having the awareness, having the map awareness and such there, and then kind of jumping into to the end of Sunset, or to the end of Ascent, sorry. But with Sunset coming through, I think kind of building off from what you were saying again there, Minnie, with Viper still being prevalent, we are starting to see kind of the double controller come back, but from what I've seen, there are people now trying to make Clove work, which is why actually Clove got nerfed in the most recent patch. I'm not actually sure if that's went live just yet, but Clove will be getting a bit nerfed. The pick-me-up will be going a little bit more expensive, and their ult is actually getting another ult point there. So Clove didn't really get time to find like a solid foothold, but it did seem like they were already starting to pop up in comps.
Oh yeah, I mean, even without looking at the absolute competitive side of it, like the tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 side, even just looking at the ranked statistics, I was looking on Valorant Tracker the other day. I think like a 53% win rate on Clove, which, okay, yes, it's only a little bit above 50%, but again, you've got so many players playing Clove, and 53%, you are more than likely to win by playing Clove than you are not. So, I mean, she a little overpowered, I would say. So I guess that's why the nerfs came in. But obviously, we haven't seen her much or them much. being played in any of these tiers. But tier 3, we have seen a bit, obviously, like you said.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like the double controller used to be Viper Omen, but now with how, because you can't pick up Viper's orbs anymore, you can't get anything sorted like that. So you know, at the end of the day, now Viper is a lot less flexible to the point where you're seeing like kind of omens and cloves and start kind of being doubled up as the controllers. So you know, that is something that we'll possibly see as well, Sunset and arguably Haven when it comes back. I'm so excited. I can't wait. But those are kind of the two best maps for that double controller. But in the meantime, actually, it does seem like we are having a little bit of technical difficulties with getting one of the last players or so in the lobby. So at the moment, ladies and gents, we are going to go to a quick 5-minute ad break just to give them time to get in, and then we will be back and basically burning to go. So don't go anywhere.
Wow for the night.
Twitch chat, and where else is this being streamed or you're watching from? And maybe it's the YouTube. Welcome back to the Reyna's Overdrive. We got CLS versus Oasis. Sorry, we had a little bit of a tech pause, but we are back now. Games are going to be up and running very, very soon. It'll be an agent select soon. I'm back with Dante, and yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, dude? So for anyone that just missed, that did just miss it, we had an interview with King Haas, the IGL for CLS. Had a little bit of an insight for what they're looking at in terms of what they're thinking from Oasis. But you know what? It's time for no more insights. It's time for just looking and seeing what we've got. First of all, Minnie, you did mention the Gecko being probably the go-to initiator on Sunset, so we're seeing what looks going to be a double up there. AV and Golak, of course, just going on the raise. It's looking pretty similar comped, unless someone does. Oh, AV actually swapping out of that double raise jet you were talking about. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if we see Frozzy going jet, I'm expecting like a lot of operators, like even like defense attack operators, and something kind of like how something plays. But no, going to the Sova, we're gonna see a lot more of a standard comp. It looks like it could be a mirror match. Sova Gecko is something that I didn't really expect. Just because of how strong like traditional flashes are on this map, and then how you pair them with the Gecko. But again, this can be very powerful as well. Oh, Frozzy is like tickling me, like teasing me so much with that jet right now. I don't know what to expect. It could go either way, so I don't know what's going on.
I'd be so surprised from Frozzy to come out and do it, but that is definitely a confidence line. That is definitely such a confidence line if he decides to go for it. I hope. It's only a second left. Is he gonna swap? He's keeping it. He's keeping
It's the
it.
jet.
He's keeping it. It's the jet raise going through, foregoing the Sova as basically then your only sense of true information scouting out ahead will be Oasis Wolverine on the Gecko with the wingman, and of course the Dizzy and Mosh Pit. Meanwhile, as you said, CLS basically running the I think as meta as you can get on Sunset for the.
Yeah, pretty much that double initiator, of course, very powerful. Usually again, like I said, I'd like to see more traditional flashes. But again, this is just if you're comfortable on those initiators, that's usually preferred over what's meta. Oasis though. That Cypher is gonna. I know Aiden's gonna be playing like an initiator. That cam is going deep into mains.
No. Oh, we're going to be running it back. Looks like you are going to be joined by ourselves just for a little bit more. Oh, his camera works. It didn't die before.
Yeah.
It didn't die before you came in. Absolutely phenomenal. That means progress. But yeah, just a little tech pause while the remaining squad just do get in. Seems like a little bit of an internet thing, but yeah, with the comps we're seeing, very interesting stuff. Very standardized from CLS. Doesn't surprise me at all. Smile actually being run on the Gecko rather than the Jet. We are used to seeing Smile being a very aggressive player, but I guess when you are foregoing the Jet just for the single raise, you're much more comfortable with him on that Gecko.
I mean, we're going to be pushing deep into market here. AV taking first contact as Wave King, like we had in the interview earlier. Frog walking up, dashing away, somehow survive. A pig gets picked off by Zeno. Finally, oh my goodness, that took so long. AV with that pick getting traded off by Smile. Good picks, good trades. Down to a 4v3. Oasis just trying to feel out the map a little bit more after that two duelists just got picked off. Aiden's lurking up. Oh, that's stacked.
Meanwhile, as well, I just want to point out, Mali is sitting on the back there on B. The minute, if Wolverine and Co. and Smile are able to actually break this space, which it looks like they have, or they've managed to keep it even, sorry. But here we go, now Zeno's very concerned because he's about to swing right in, and it looks like Mali's basically going to be holding him. Yep, there he goes. Mali with a beautiful lurk, the wingman, of course, with the plant going down from Wolverine. And it's a 3 versus 3 scenario. 2 sitting down and market with quite a bit. You tell Smile, though, if he does get the information, I imagine we'll be seeing the mosh pit go. Wingman actually first to go, pushes Wolverines out into King Haas. 3 versus 2 because of it. Aiden now and Mali just hiding through. Mali's actually hiding quite open out because of it. Will be traded out immediately. And now it's just 1 versus 2. Aiden, does he realize King Haas is behind? Surely he's about to. Surely King Haas drops. He doesn't. King Haas is just sitting there for the minute. And the tap, as Aiden is distracted by it, King Haas swings out. And that is a beautiful retake from CLS to start the first round.
I mean, that's first round gone. I mean, obviously pistols can be a little bit chaotic and a little bit random, but I mean, that double duelist we're seeing, I mean, that their explosive power just got shot down pretty much instantly. So much user was thrown, the paranoia. I mean, Fozzy just didn't have a chance. And AV as well getting picked off in mid, no one to trade. A little bit in a tough spot for Oasis, but I mean, they're, as we know, a very good team, so they learn quickly from their mistakes. Round 2, anti-eco versus eco. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see. King House got that set up, and looks like we can go for a mid default, or a kind of mid A default. Just kind of the duelists exploring, seeing what space they can take. AV going very, very deep mid here. Oh my goodness, getting King off camera. Wow, well played. I mean, just even having the discipline to go back now, amazing. Smile.
I think it's quite fitting. Oh my days! I think it's quite fitting. You said off camera when it was both the ciphers to die. Zeno and Smile then cleaning up basically the rest of Oasis. It's looking much more like a mirage at this point as CLS just try and collapse onto AV. But AV has managed to get one beautifully, and it was, as you said, off cam. Can they do any more? This one's on cam. That's on cam! As AV's actually able to pick up 2 in Zeno and Smile. Really shouldn't have been able to get away with that at all. As the paint shells go up now, AV trying to arm themselves, gets the spike, and trying to work around this oil drone as best as possible.
I mean, AV knows both of them are there. Just 10 HP rotating towards B. Just gotta run. Going to get that plant down. And I mean, I'm gonna be interested to see how AV plays his post plant. I think aggressive is usually optimal here, but as
10 HP, can you do that?
yeah. Oh, going back. Loving this play. You should be hearing them in a bit. Oh, this position is so hard to clear as well. Just gonna have to see if Lightning or Golak just clears it. Oh, that's one. Oh my goodness, that was close. AV with the 4K. Couldn't quite close it out though. Golak just shutting down any opportunity. Oh, that was much closer than it should have been. Second round for Coalesce.
That's mental. One thing I want to point out as well, and I have started mentioning this a lot more, because I think it is starting to become more of a factor, right? Of anyone to be alive and get all these, that's a lot of damage to the econ for the side of Coalesce. But more importantly as well, AV now is the showstopper online in round 3. Because AV was the one to get 4 picks and get the spike down. Coalesce does have the Thrash online, but rocket launcher versus a bit of an annoying squid. I think I know which one I have my bets on.
Yeah, I mean, that rocket launcher just going to be such a powerful force in this round. I think Coalesce did go for a buy as well, which is kind of interesting as well. But they're looking to close out round 3 versus this double duelist. Aiden's getting in such an aggressive angle. Like I said, pretty much playing like an initiator. Running back though, got spotted. AV just walking into side. Here we go. Golak going try and go for some support. King House gets 1 against Frozzy. AV still on site though. Bomb is going down. Spike planted. King House gets 2. AV goes down. Those bye-bye duelists. Oasis just gonna play for that spam pretty much. But I mean, it's 3v5. Oh, Wolverine so clean with it. Aiden. Oh, that's 3 for King. Getting traded out by Wolverine. 2v3.
Wolverine as well now trapped by the Thrash, so it's just on you, Mally. It's not going to be enough. Does actually get the gun out and swings back out, but the diffuser is going to be stuck from Lightning as Coalesce are now up 3-0. Smile, they're not able to end up. Wolverine nearly walking away with an ace. That's 2 4Ks in the space of 3 rounds. Guys, please, spread the kills out a little bit more. Try, get other people involved. It doesn't just need to be all you. I'm lying, of course. Get all the highlights you can, but just make sure you're winning the round as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a bonus round taken for Coalesce. Oasis will, or at least I was gonna say should be knocked down to an eco, but looks like they're opting for kind of a half buy here. Yep. Wolverine. Yeah. Okay, double vandals. There we go. I was wondering. Okay, it is kind of a half buy. Double vandals and a couple of guns. Yeah. I think I saw Sheriff in there as well. Aiden just going to be looking for something in mid as usual. Goodbye, Cypher Trip. Here we go. Showstopper coming out. King House is running. Doesn't see anyone. Spike is going down. All right, we're going to be playing for spam, I guess. Frozzy is playing up close with the Spectre, though. Do CLS expect this? Thrash is coming out from Oasis's side, actually. Just clearing out market, trying to get that extra space. Retake should be starting soon. Smile sending out that Dizzy. And does Frozzy go down? Wolverine gets one and gets traded, though. King Huss gets AV. Mali gets two. King Huss gets another. Smile gets another. 1v2. King Huss closes it down with that 3k. That is round 4 for CLS.
Oh, King Huss giving the wingman there the defuse. Very, very sweet of him there, of course, getting the Thrash back online. I really liked how, from Smile's perspective there, it looked like someone threw the Dizzy back into market at him. Just for the fact he threw it out into sight, and then another one comes sailing back in from the side of Wolverine. So quite an entertaining wee spot. But yeah, unfortunately for Oasis, they're able to get this break into the site, and then as soon as they do, they just kind of get snapped back up by CLS. It really feels like the site is a bear trap, and CLS are the jaws on that trap.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what can Oasis do at this point. I think they're knocked back down to an eco this round, because they kind of forced it up last round. So we just got a couple of sheriffs. Yeah, got a couple of sheriffs, some light shields, and an operator on the side of Golok as well. So it's going to be very, very difficult to deal with. Just going to have to see what happens, though. Kind of looked like they're just waiting for any pushing down mid.
Oh, the leg shot from Golak, the paranoia and everything. Golak has to try and get out. The paint shells do back him up. He's also able to 180 and stop Frozzy with the push up through lightning, then backing him up. That's basically Oasis Fair Day shut down before they could even really begin. The oil drums are going to save Smile, allow Smile probably to pick up the Dizzy, but he's scared. He believes this swing from Wolverine's coming. Golak's got his back, and now he knows where Mali is. The shots are coming through. It's the silent step just to try and cause any sort of commotion. Verde have done this before where they've done a lot of eco damage. It's not going to look quite the same this time, though, as CLS are now 5-0 up.
I mean, what can I say? That was an eco. But here we're going to be going to a timeout. I mean, 5-0 right now. It's kind of getting bad. But I mean, if I'm Oasis, I'm just going to say, I mean, we're just not winning our gunfights right now. Like, even if we go B, we're trying to plant the spike, but we're not playing off because obviously a lot of teams like that spam technique where they just sit in main, spam that spike. But no, Oasis actually likes to play up, which is actually kind of hurting them a lot because King Huss is going crazy. I know Smile is going crazy as well, like that operator as well, shutting down any attempt to even get aggressive. So I mean, Oasis just needs to look for more of an opening with their duelists, and then need to play I guess a little bit more disciplined for that post plant as well, because they're just getting shot down for post plant.
I think the post plant scenario there, I think, is probably the biggest thorn in Oasis Fair Day side. Now, what that is to say, and Sunset is still new enough. I know people are getting pretty confident about, like, you know, kind of what side it is, whether it's a attacker or defender side of map. Of course, most people do lead to the defense, but I will always compare Sunset to Split on the guys that it can suddenly become very attacker sided if your execution is flawless. And that's what you were saying, Minnie, that unfortunately for Oasis just right now, their execution, I wouldn't say it's flawed, but there's just a few kinks that really need to be worked out here. It seems like any space they gather, they lose pretty quick. The CLS are able just to take it right back. Or in some cases, sadly for them, Oasis just aren't able to ever take any space before. I mean, Mali's trying in the back of B main, but, you know, immediately getting taken out because of it. And now Smile, that dot, is it going to line up? Not quite, as the Dizzy comes through to push him off.
Here we go, just going through mid, going through their spawn, going to A through the link. A Smile's going to be the first one to take Monty. Gets the pick onto Frozzy. AV going for that second peek. Oh. Clean second pick. Good trade as well from AV. Oh my god, has to use that movement to get out. AV does go down. Aiden getting that pick onto Lightning. Kind of just too late to put that ult away. Mali getting that pick onto Xeno. Golok using that showstopper. Mali, Wolverine getting picks everywhere. King Huss got one as well on Wolverine, but in a 2v1 now. Spike has been planted, actually in a pretty good position. It got pinged though. Got to remove that, I guess, dart, kind of. God, just, this is so difficult.
It's just, I mean, King has what do you do? You see the teleport there from Mali, but this spike's taken down. You don't have the time. You're just praying for the kill. Wide swing from Aiden to distract King Has. It's enough actually for him to lose enough bullets that he can't get the kill on the Mali. The spike will though do the remaining damage for him as Oasis Verde finally able to put themselves on the board at least.
Yeah, that post plan was much better played from Oasis. You see this discipline being played like, I mean, I say discipline, but yeah, the spike timer was pretty much gone by that stage. That 2v1 was played so beautifully, just waiting for a stick to even go. There's the camera, no need to swing. Mali with the TP as well to create confusion. Just a very, very nice post plant. Compared to what we've seen before. Golok still got that operator though, so looking for that first pick.
Fair Golak so far. We have seen a few very solid picks. Not actually entries from Golak, but he's very good at the defensive op. He's very good at blast packing himself out of danger, 180ing, and then killing whoever's chasing him. I think we've seen that twice now. He was able to do it to Frozzy, I believe, once when Frozzy was chasing him down. Mali's deciding to repay the favor there. It's a beautiful fire out of the Dizzy. King has still able to track through it. Look at all of this control move still on mid as the spike gets planted. Now that's 2 in market, 2 in main. Avi though, kind of sacrificing the paint shells. They're not great. The paranoia gonna come through from the defensive side as Thrash gonna try and be played around. Definitely not. Lightning's able to get the pick on Aiden, try to defend him, and now we're gonna see Avi fall down. Does the Thrash get even picked up? It doesn't actually look like Smile's going for it. That's a whiff and a half, Frozzy. You cannot be losing that, and Smile picks up Mali as well. Doesn't need the Thresh, just happy to take the round instead.
I mean, I think that operator pick or that operator whiff from Frosty was actually pretty much the round condition. Yep. I mean, even the whiff and just not even. Oh, look at that drive by Smile. Oh my goodness. Even just staying alive would have been a bit useful, but obviously the pick would have been a lot better. 1 and 7. Not this double duel is not looking too good for Oasis. Knocked back down to an eco again. Probably we'll see Blade Storm coming out. Not sure if we'll see Gecko ultimate, but we'll have to see. They just gotta see if they can bring back any rounds at this point.
As well, you've sacrificed as well. You have sacrificed your double duelist on attack as well for so far only 1 round. You really need to end this. Like, you need to be getting like at least 2 more rounds kind of back to back now before anything more can happen. But look at that, like we already see in the background Frozzy jumping to the jet, but there's no real other space being taken at the moment. He's already had to back up and prevent Market from even being covered. So now we've got a 4 stack of Oasis trying to finally catch up to him, but the Thrash gets blown out immediately. The guns are not going to be enough for they're not going to be enough for Oasis as they dry out.
Yeah, I mean, not much you could do when you're on an eco. Pushing that angle. I mean, from experience, pushing that angle is so difficult. Nice try with the Thrash as well, but didn't detain anyone. So, I mean, this angle is just always going to be a nightmare to push. You can be on so many angles. So, nice try from Oasis, but couldn't even confirm that round. So, they should be back onto a full by now. We're going to see some light shields coming in there. Golok still with that operator. King Haas 12 and 4 right now. My god, he's going demonic this match.
And what is showing to have your IGL, who's on defense on Cypher, being the 12 and 4, having a complete 3 KD safe and sound under his belt. I mean, CLS are definitely looking at King Haas at the moment for their inspiration, and their inspiration they are finding as now Oasis Verde. This is the attitude of a team that don't really know what to quite do. Oasis, this is the attitude, or sorry, CLS, this is the attitude of a team that just want you dead and want you out of the match. They do fall for their hubris. Lightning will get swung from Frozzy. That's a beautiful swing. Xeno now has to try and hold this. Excellent for 1. Does decide just to smoke and teleport out. Really wise decision. Smile trying to keep the mid control safe enough, as now with both entries actually gone, Oasis Verde seem comfortable to back out and let Aiden with this mid control maybe give them passage onto the A side.
I mean, we're just gonna have to see what Oasis does here. Looks like they're trying to explore. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, the timing. Aiden's just
That's
Oh my
ludicrous.
god. Wait, that I believe Reyna is gonna have such a good timing to punish someone here, because King has kind of just half cleared that, or no, didn't even soft clear. There we go. That's the trip broken. King House is aware. Goodbye,
Oh.
Zeno. That's the punish that we were looking for. Aiden is in their spawn. He's just looking for more Wolverine. About to be that second contact. Oh, this fight is so difficult as well. Smile. Very, very nice shot. Good night, Aiden. 2v1 still for the side of Oasis. I mean, they're looking to confirm their second round.
Oh, it's all up on Smile. The mosh pit's going to come through. There's nothing else, though. There's no Dizzy. There's no nothing. It's Smile. It's 19 bullets. It's a dream. Doesn't look to be too much util, though, for the side of Oasis Verde. I don't think they've got their wing around either. They have to just get these bullets and stuff down. Smile getting that clear up on top because he heard the teleport come through. The swing from both sides. Both angles right in front of Smile. There is no way you can cover that, as Oasis Verde are now able to, fortunately, pick up their second.
Both of those rounds that Oasis took actually were done on a post plant on A side in 2v1s. So, I mean, I'm just saying this. Their A side looking so much stronger than their B side right now in terms of post plant. They're getting just so far up in numbers when they go A, or even when they're down, like inserting someone into mid, like as we saw with Aiden. That was very, very well played. King has half cleared it as well, so that kind of allowed him to really, really get into that ratty position. Rozzy also in a really, really ratty position.
Ratty position. Oh.
That's difficult.
And I do like how he did give it up pretty quick, though. As soon as he'd realised that there was likely not going to be much made from it, he has given that back up. The one way is going to come down from the side of Zeno again, but likely just not going to find anything. And this is what happened. This always happens near the end, or kind of near the end of the half of Sunset, is suddenly Tiles starts to get a lot more usage out of it than it otherwise does. At the opening rounds initially, at least, it does feel like Tiles never really gets played. It's always just a straight mid to market. And then halfway through, when people start getting concerned about flanks or maybe over-aggression, that's when Tiles then becomes its own, and it always seems to happen about halfway through the half.
Oh yeah. Oh look, we're gonna go for market push now. Wolverine getting one. Frosty getting. Oh, nice shot on Golak. There we go. Side's basically theirs now. Even these guys, CLS in mid, Aiden's got a good position, that's one, Lightning goes down, nice shot. Smile getting picked up by AV as well on that re-aggress. They've just got so much map control. In the 1v1, Aiden closes that out. A little bit of body shooting there. Zeno, good night. That's 7-3 for Oasis.
Beautiful stuff from them. I do the aggressive shooting at the end. Aiden now with this, and this is weird. What we're now seeing from Oasis Verde is and this could be something from CLS that they need to now chalk up, because originally Oasis Verde were struggling when they were attacking despite the double duelist, but now with CLS seemingly giving up so much space on defense, with Oasis Verde what they're actually doing despite having two duelists is waiting for CLS to come to them. And with what I'm saying, there's a 4-person setup on A with Golak basically already halfway down the mid, with Frozzy just waiting for, and there's nothing on B. Well, there's nothing on mid and only one on B in the form of King Haas. So look at this aggressive push without any util.
Here we go. That's one. Oh, instantly traded by Zeno. Very, very nice gunplay. I mean, you might see a lot of people here, but don't count King House out. Oh, that's Aiden getting the trade on the Smile as well. 4v3 right now. Again, King House, a demon in these moments, so we'll have to see. Gets blinded, AV. Oh, there we go. Wolverine gets King House. There we go. Goes down. Zeno goes down. Lightning left in a 1v4. What can we do? Aiden gets Lightning. Closes out that round. 7-4 right now. CLS have lost their momentum. I mean, just look how beautiful this execute was.
No, I mean, yeah, no. By all means, their Verde were basically in before CLS could do it, and we are seeing this happen now, where CLS are again. That is their eco for the last round, so obviously the playstyle is going to be a little bit different. But it does suddenly feel like CLS are getting a little bit antsy. They're getting a little bit cocky, and that is slightly deserved. But overconfidence is always a slow and insidious killer. So I'm hoping to see CLS just tone it down for this last kind of round. They're so close to being able to make this 8-4, which is quite a strong way of going into the attack side. But never mind. When you're getting the entire kitchen sink thrown at you, there's Hunter's Furies, there's Thrashes, there's Showstoppers online that have all been used. Only one person going down though, but it is Frozzy being taken out by Smile, which is so good for CLS. If they lose the Thrash before that gets used, that would be an absolute heartbreaker for CLS, but incredibly good for Verde.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what even comes up. Smile going for that re-clear with the Thrash. Gets AV, but we'll have to see if Mali does get that protection point on by picking off there. AV is gonna survive that Thrash. Smile is just looking to re-aggress here. Oh my god, that's one. That's two.
Spike down A.
Oh, that four.
The timing!
Oh, it's so close.
The timing of all the times for Aiden to swing. It's one bullet away from an
30
ace.
seconds left.
Oh my god.
Remaining.
Oh my god, Aim with the 3k of his own. Gola closing it out. Oh my goodness. That was so close. Nice try on the ace from Smile. That was a tense round. Back and forth that whole time. Look at this Smile with the 3k. That's one. Oh, sorry, that's two. That's three. And then that's four. Oh my god. And then Aiden just bringing it back himself. It's just been so back and forth this whole time. My god, we're bringing it to an 8-4 half. Coalesce, Oasis going on defense now.
I'm sorry, I've been completely bemused by that train. I've never seen that. I've never seen that before, and I've never seen how quite low res it is. But yeah, like Oasis Verde now jumping onto the defense. That's going to be a bit of a struggle for them with the double duelist on Coalesce, of course, with the very standard pickup. So plenty of post-plant opportunity with the Gecko, with the Sova, even with the Rays, should Golak manage to keep the paint shells around, which is so difficult to do, just because you need it to kind of break where the Cypher tripwires can be, as we now jump in through it. Meanwhile, there is one lurk, again, all the way from King Haas in that mid. He just pushes through. He's trying to take this fight. He's trying to stop the rotate. The rest of Coalesce all collapse on the site.
Here we go. Golak with the execute. Oh, nice opening picks. That's two for Golak right at the pistol round of the new half. King Haas is actually, I think he might be trying to look for just any punishment on anybody trying to walk up, going for a flank. But he's also should be getting aggressive himself in a bit. But again, they have man advantage and they're playing for that spam, which is something that we saw Oasis not do very well. So, I mean, this should be going in the side of Coalesce, but again, anything can happen. King Haas is on that flank. Doesn't get anything.
A cinematic view of Coalesce winning the round without all of that. I like the patience though from King Haas, because what you were saying just about him in mid there and acting aggressively. I do like how patiently it was.
Oh yeah, I mean, just waiting for the punish, and then once the Oasis players were confirmed to be actually executing through Market and CT, then he walked up. Very, very nice comms as well, coming up from the side of Coalesce. 9-4, it's going to be kind of difficult for Oasis. They need to get Frozzy on that operator as soon as possible, pretty much.
No, I think at that point, that's what you need to see. You want to be seeing something from Coalesce, or from Oasis Verde, that can just kind of back them up now on really keeping this space down, because again, you don't have your Sova anymore to get a sonar dart to retake or to prevent the initial push. You don't have the shock darts or anything. This defense is very difficult for you as well. Wingman just trying to get that plant. Avi, beautiful shooting. Mali follows it up with two from the Classic somehow. The Bulldog not really going to fight as much as it should, and Mali picks up the last shot with a beautiful 3k. Avi following him on as well. Gorgeous shooting. I don't quite know how that happened.
I mean, like you said, yeah, I'm actually just speechless. I just don't know. Like surely you don't win that round. You've got Classics, you got Sheriffs. It's on B side, man.
Everything about that round should not have went the way of Oasis Verde, but it's never over until it's over. And I mean, that Mali and Avi there really showed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, Oasis with pretty much kind of saving themselves and bringing themselves back into the game. 5 rounds. I mean, spectacular eco round. They're going to have the edge on this round as well. So I'll have to see what happens. I do expect them to get a little bit more aggressive. Oh, look at this peek from Frozzy. Just so aggressive down A main. Golak going to be getting that ultimate orb for that showstopper, going to be used a little bit later down the line. Nade for the trip. And going back. Gonna see just a little bit of a default. Just break their Cypher util. Actually drawing over rotate. They don't want to. They don't even want to give Coalesce a chance on B side. Frozzy's posted up so deep here.
And that's the thing. I mean, with how they played that B site last round, it's very it's very scary. To try and get that B site. We do see the 5-man commit now. That's all the information from Wolverine. The paranoia comes through from Mally. Misses Smile. Doesn't matter when the bullets are still true, and now that's all 4 of the side are stuck in mid. They're good for 1 at least, and that's going to be 1 gun. Wolverine trying to get up, able to get the sprays at the very least. The paranoia returns from Xeno, but no, it's gonna finally, the bloodbath ends with Oasis Verde walking out, and that water from the Oasis is very much tainted in the blood of Coalesce.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is shaping up to be, I mean, an amazing match so far. 9-6 to Oasis, bringing it back round by round, just bit by bit. But there still is quite a way to go. But Frozzy on that operator, that's gonna be dangerous for Coalesce if they are careless with clearing these angles. Double initiator though, but still we'll have to see.
And it is very interesting how you play off, because again, the kind of the half flash that you were mentioning, Minnie, it's not a full flash by any means. You can still easily shoot through that. If you've been tracking someone before Dizzy hits you, then you're still going to have a decent chance to land. Speaking of a decent chance to land, there's so much coming through. The Showstopper and Thrash both to give Coalesce all the space that they do need. Xeno's able to pick up a beautiful kill onto Aiden due to AV trying to keep this market control, but everything has been smoked off. The rotate's going to come through. Looks like 3 towards Boba, and then finally we do have AV trying to hold on to that market side.
I mean, this is looking so dangerous for Golak. Just so much. Oh, there's the Gecko Supreme, but Golak gets 2. My goodness. Clean. Frozzy also with a 2k of his own smile. Frozzy with a 3k smile, just gonna close it out. Not going to give an inch. Coalesce, 10 rounds on the board. Was going for that operator, but didn't pick it up. Oasis. I mean, that round was pretty much lost when Aiden died.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much you can do.
No, that was such a beautiful pick from Xeno onto Aiden. It really did just mean that there wasn't, much in the way of defense that could be done. There's just so much space that Coalesce were able to pick up there. And that's someone in my ear telling me that they're incredibly hungry after this delicious 2 pixel, 2 polygon food. From the side of Valor, but you know what, it's still gorgeous enough, and you know what, I am now a little bit hungry too. Speaking of being hungry, Oasis seem very hungry for this push, but they've actually put AV down to 74 health HP already because of it. Golak going to get paranoid out. Very paranoid as to where that's come from. We do know it is Mally down in the way of market as the kind of 5-stack towards B for Oasis Verde seems to have been semi-red. We do see that it is just Aiden all the way over on that A site. Not Smile, sorry. Aiden and Wolverine on that mid, followed by then everyone else on that B site.
Kinghouse has just been taken down to like 9 HP as well, so it's going to be difficult for him to even get a powerful lurk position without a stray bullet just flying into his face at some point. Paranoia is actually going to be used towards A to try and fake some of that presence. But I mean, I think Oasis knows just because of how much Cypher util is there and how much TikTok Aiden is watching on that A side.
30 seconds left.
But we're gonna be seeing a V execute here. Is he gonna be trying to hold this down? Goes for the swing, gets 1, gets traded by Lightning. Here we go. Xeno gets also trades out AV. Oh my god, Mally gets 1 as well. Nice try on the jump up, little bro. What else you got?
Oh, that was the thing. Xeno tried the jumping jacks and absolutely got shot back down. Now we're seeing this triple hold from B main, but this is what we were mentioning here. So I'd imagine that we do have a few from the side of Lightning. I imagine fittingly enough we must have a shock dart ready and waiting to go to be pre-fired. But no, this defuse seems to just be coming through. Finally, it's going to be stopped. But Mali and Aiden are able to pick up the frags due to it. Aiden, confident as all hell. The wingman does go down, but Mali able to finish the business. And this is something that a lot of people now, Sunset particular, seems to have given it. I think it is just because of what Minnie was saying about being able to come out from B main. You've got so much space just to throw Wingman out and not put any one of your team in danger, that if Wingman goes down, yeah, okay, the spike's in a bit less of an opportune position, but you haven't sacrificed any guns, you haven't sacrificed any real utility. I mean, like, Wingman does come back, so it's not the biggest deal. So having him plant, either A, you get the plant successfully, or B, you get information.
Yeah, I mean, it's just being played so well by these teams right now. Oh my god, Frozzy, just good. That is. Yo, you got balls for going on that angle, mate. I can't lie. Here we go, execute Oasis, AV, picking off Lightning, and Aiden just, chilling in market as usual. Here we go, 5-man execute pretty much, or 4-man execute, I should say. They're getting a little bit more aggressive, which is where Oasis failed to close out rounds as well, but Golok, still a demon. 28 HP, gets a 3k. Aiden, oh my god. Aiden goes down.
This timing, he's heard the Golak is hearing Frozzy running about. He knows there's at least one. Can he land this headshot on the Mali? He can, that's 4. He needs to get this timing, but no. Frozzy is going to leap from the sky, Assassin's Creed style, and drop the hopes of a 5k, and Golak becoming the clutchest man so far in the Reynas. Frozzy will absolutely dash those hopes.
That was, again, almost way too close for comfort, I must say. These Sheriff players are going absolutely insane right now. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, okay, so in my ear, got a little bit of a tech pause coming out. So, I mean, Dante, just run us through what we've been seeing so far, because this has been crazy.
We have been seeing, so initially quite a dominating defense from CLS there. Oasis Verde, despite offering the double duelist, they weren't able to get much in the opening rounds. Then actually, all of a sudden, I think CLS getting a little bit overconfident, started walking into Oasis Verde a bit more. And despite the double duelist comp, Oasis Verde are managing to hold their own quite a bit more on this defensive side, despite the fact they have foregone the Sova, which is arguably one of the best ways to either deal with a post-plant situation or just to slow down an attack from CLS. But to be honest, I don't know if it's maybe CLS just not doing the initiates fast enough, maybe Oasis just having the better read, but Oasis has somehow found a foothold onto it because of it, and CLS, they're still fighting, and they're still holding on very well, but it's scarier than what I think CLS were expecting by this point.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, Oasis just taking this pretty much round by round. The score is getting much closer. Oasis just one step further, or one step closer to closing out Sunset for themselves. But CLS still has that upper hand, I'd say. And I mean, even going back to Golok, I mean, that Sheriff play was so close. If Frozzy didn't have that Blade Storm, then I think we could have seen a different story here. It
would have been a hell of a highlight reel for a Golak, I must say. But given kind of everyone, because it is obviously Golak has been doing quite a lot of stuff, but it's really important to say actually here that so many people have been doing their work and so many people have been showing up. King Haas has done a lot of very pivotal things, particularly in the earlier stages with all the control he was taking and just all the fights he was actually winning. Meanwhile, we have had, and I do have to give Mali quite a bit of love for this. Every time it seems like something's going a little bit rough for Oasis Verde, they are managing to just bring it back almost in its entirety. So that does deserve quite a bit of respect, as now we've got the issues kind of sorted and we jump right back into this.
Yeah, I mean, we got that early A space pretty much being scanned by the Dizzy. Yeah, they're running. They are running to be Oasis, not even going to try and give this up. Aiden is going to be fighting on site, but looks like they got juked out. CLS is just going back. And actually, Fozzy is pushed up so deep here. They're gonna know. But we are looking to see a trade here. Oh my goodness! Wait, that's sweep for Fozzy! Wait, yo, my bad.
So much for trade. So much for trade as Ferozzi just walks through the whole of CLS.
Yo, my bad, G. Frozzy, I wasn't familiar with your game like that. I have 4K for Frozzy. I mean, just look at this instant shutdown. Just.
Frozzy,
I believe it.
Frozzy wasn't online the most during the first half. Now Frozzy has woken up. Frozzy's monitor has been turned on. Everything has been very much handled by this. It does look like we are now very wisely after that getting a timeout for CLS, because if a Jet walked into my spawn and executed 4 out of 5 of my team and walked away for free, yeah, I think I'd require a timeout after that. There's a lot of stuff I imagine CLS are saying.
Yeah, I think one of them is just being, guys, these guys are just walking up. Anywhere there is space, they will take it. Be a little bit more aware, because, I mean, CLS just clearly weren't ready for Frozzy on that angle. Knocked down onto an eco, but 5 ultimates available. So, I mean, if I don't see any ultimates come out from CLS, it's going to be a little bit of a strange one for me. But yeah, I do expect that's one of the things on the coach's agenda for the side of CLS.
No, that's nice. And it's good you mentioned it, because to be fair, I think both teams have had quite an excellent use out of their ult economy. I mean, some of them have, unfortunately, not went, they've not been the most value, they've not got most kind of return of investment. But one thing I'll always say is it's better to just kind of use your ultimate and not get the most amount of value than just never use your ultimate to the point where it's last round and you could have easily had 2 or 3 ultimates and you've only had 1, and now that 1 ultimate needs to get the most value. I think Thresh is a great example of that, and Showstopper, I would say, particularly, where people do seem scared to utilize unless it's going to get like this massive amount of value, forgetting that Thrash can really just be used as an extra like Sova drone, essentially, because as long as you play it in a place that it can be picked back up, then you're chilling.
Yeah, absolutely. But here we go. We see trades going left and right. Xeno picking off I put someone on Oasis with the sheriff. I didn't quite see it. And then Oasis getting that trade back on the other side of the map. But Smile, oh my god. What nice try, little bro. Stinger doesn't reach that far, unfortunately. Wolverine is shutting that down. Oh my god, anime coming in here. Oh, wave. Avy does get 2 for his troubles though. My god, we got flying razors left and right. King Haas is also here in main, trying to shut down Aiden. Doesn't go through. Aiden does get... Oh my god. Yo, the razors. I mean, just look at this replay. Fire in the hole.
Nothing. After all of that, no one actually dies to the Showstopper as well. I think that's the best part of it. Both Showstoppers whiff, and then Avy just ends up right next to go like, just hello, bang, dead, move on. And now, look at where this has came from. In the last, let's just put it, in the last 7 rounds, CLS have taken 2, Oasis Verde have taken 5 to level us all the way back up to 10-10, evened up as hell. CLS, though, quite a few ultimates to still work with. Oasis Verde only one with the counter Thrash, so they will have to try and make that work just a little bit more. The Cypher Camp's actually going to find out quite a little bit of information that is going to force Avy to go back into market. Sorry, the Thrash is going to come out, not find anything, but Smile not fearing the Cypher Cage one way. Golak trying to clear a little bit of space. Avy immediately countering back. Wingman, of course, going to get this plan. The swing off Dizzy, and now there is a Thrash to come through. The only thing they need is to try, for the side of Oasis, was for that to hit Wolverine, not quite able to do it, and now he's going to get cleared out. He has to get at least 1 of his troubles. He's not going to, despite the effort, as Smile picks up 2 more. Not able to do 3 as Frozzy now going to be firing squatted down. Wow, I was meant to stop talking like 20 seconds ago, and then it just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I mean, that round was jam-packed full with action. CLS just manages to close it out, though. Does use that Thrash, not Showstopper. I was going to say Showstopper, my bad. Thrash.
I made that mistake too.
yeah. But that is round 11 for CLS. The score is looking so close right now. I mean, Oasis got that operator online again. Double duelist on the the side of B as well, trying to look for an early pick, but we have CLS going with the Nightera and Minimizing saying go B, go A hard, go good. So we're just gonna see it going in. Oh, that's Xeno getting cancelled.
I thought they got away with that.
Oh, Golak gets 2. Sight is theirs. Oasis going to be in a tough position for this retake. Only double duelists to work with and an Omen. And then you've got these players just swarming the site. There's not much you can do, to be honest, but we'll have to see if I'm proven wrong. Smile is here. Lightning gonna be getting that information as well. I mean, Frozzy, what can you do with the operator? It's gonna be so difficult on this retake. Lightning does get mad with that shock dart. Smile. Just gonna see. Oh, Frozzy does get a pick for his troubles, but gets instantly traded off by Golak with that 3k. Match point for CLS.
Very, very, very well said. And I want to point out as well, so the only thing, you had mentioned it, you brought up, Minnie, about the fact that it was only the double duelist and the controller, and then we seen the paranoia go out pretty early, to be honest. It did make sense as to why it came out. Obviously, it's to try and cover that elbow angle, but unfortunately, it just didn't get the value nor the kind of follow-up that it maybe needed, and it just meant that Oasis Verde at that point had absolutely nothing other than sheer gunplay to take on CLS, which they have demonstrated they absolutely can, but you would rather still have a bit more backup than that. But Oasis Verde have caught on now and realized that they need to use their timeout before it's too late. They've got the Blade Storm active, and they just have to get 2 more rounds to get back into this in overtime.
Oh yeah, I mean, this game has pretty much been back and forth, back and forth. We do a timeout, obviously, so I assume that Mali's just going to be giving a little bit of his insight, seeing what needs to be done. Maybe something along the lines of, yeah, we're not getting our first bloods, we're just getting slammed. Something needs to change. But I mean, there are a couple solutions of how they could change this. I'm just interested to see which solution Mali and obviously the rest of Oasis goes for, which does look like to be separating the duelists instead of keeping them together, putting the Cypher back on B side with that info cam in mid, and then kind of a trap play set up towards A as well. And CLS actually are countering with this kind of default play. Frozzy set up on this angle with an operator.
No, and we are now just seeing this kind of come through. As you said, the default has now came through so much, but this is probably the most dedicated split we have seen of 3 mid, 1 B, and 1 A. It seems like CLS are very happy at this point now just to whoever gets the first pick gets to dictate where the rest of the team go, and they are pushing through this smoke. Actually, Dizzy is going to hit Wolverine. They do have the information on him. They're going to just leave him in that back site now as they run Frozzy down. Frozzy is hearing a stampede come towards him. He needs to keep his calm. He needs to keep his mental. He pulls out the blades in a pure readiness to try and take out CLS here, and it's all going to come down to this timing on this swing. It's pretty good for 1, only going to be good for 1 as the retake now comes through. 4 versus 4 retake.
I mean, I'm just surprised that Frozzy didn't abuse the dash a bit earlier. I mean, operator in hand should be able to get away with 1, but it doesn't matter. CLS has got 3 players remaining. Lightning goes down. Golak goes down, Xeno goes down. Oasis does confirm this round despite Frozzy getting picked off early in that really tense situation. They should be retrieving that operator as well. It is still match point for CLS, but 12-11.
Once more into the breach before we go a few times more into the breach is, I think, what Oasis Verde are saying right now to themselves. They have to make this work one more time. CLS just have to get 1 foothold in, and now we're seeing Oasis Verde stack towards the A side even slower and actually bring the Cypher on the side of Aiden all the way back on the B side will be joined by Mali. So this is going to come down to how this util gets value. It's a very aggressive push, it does look like, from CLS. We will have to see if this works, but it does need to be fast. There's only 2 on the side of B, and neither of them are on site. You have to get onto this site now before the rest of Oasis Verde get around.
Yeah, I mean, Oasis are just a bunch of shooters, so even... Okay, here we go. Execute. Fire in the hole. Showstoppers out. Golak trying to find anything. pretty much knocked down to 2 HP as well, so that's going to be difficult. Oasis, they're all here. Showstopper coming out. Avi with that movement gets 2. Lightning gets 1. Xeno gets 1. Manny gets a trade. Frozzy just tried to look for anything, and
There we have
gets
it.
closed out. Coalesce taking that last round, not letting that overtime happen. I mean, my goodness, what a round.
For that double kill showstopper as well for the side, you really thought that was your ticket to the overtime, but Lightning and Xeno holding the smoke the way they did was just absolutely beautiful. King Haas as well. That was a 2 versus 3. King Haas taking that double kill and putting us on to now moving on to Breeze, which is this is going to be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Coalesce have such good team play.
Yep.
I mean, I think it was just overwhelming for Oasis. They did manage to bring it back a little bit in the end, but they just couldn't get the job done in the end. But again, they'd like to go for this double duelist. So on Breeze, I mean, double duelist is more viable than on Sunset. So I think Oasis should have the upper hand going into this matchup. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't just speculate here. We're going to see the match coming soon, so stay around, and we're going to map to Breeze in just a bit. again. Welcome back to the Reyna's Overdrive tournament. We're in the playoffs, and we are in the CLS versus OAS matchup, and we are going to map 2. So, Dante, take us through map 2, bro.
Yeah, thank you very much, Minnie. Lovely to be back. Hope everyone has been joining us and got themselves some lovely, refreshing beverages of quite varying descriptions, of which we shan't name. But now we will be jumping on to Breeze. So we did see, in terms of the bans and stuff, that Oasis Verde have taken out Lotus, they've taken out Split, CLS taking out Icebox and Bind, and deciding actually that they would rather now take us on to Breeze. I believe this will be the pick of, I think it's Oasis Verde. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, but Oasis Verde now. If you're picking Breeze, you are confident in your ability. Otherwise, you have signed your own death warrant. There's no in between for Breeze.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just loving Oasis's composition now. The Reyna Jet composition coming out. We did see something similar last season where Royal Legion previously Oot did play the Reyna Jet Chamber, which was a bit much, but here we are kind of replicating the same thing, but this time with the Cypher. So I'm kind of interested to see how they do use the Reyna, because I do see a little bit of Yoru, which we do see on the side of Colis. We see Golak on the Yoru, Smile going on the Jet, which I know, Dante, you wanted to see a bit before. But yeah, just run us through these compositions, I guess.
No, I mean, you've basically covered most things, Minnie. You've covered it very well. The only thing that we really now are interested in seeing is how Golak does go from a Reyes standpoint on Oasis on Sunset. Sorry, not Oasis. From a Reyes standpoint on Sunset, now to a Yoru onto Breeze, because this is quite a differing, like, I'd say, kind of skill level that you need. You also just need to do different things on that. You can't just do what you would do in Reyes, which is Blast Pack in. You have to be able to play around your flashbangs. You have to be able to make sure your team play around your flashbangs if Oasis can adapt to it. Because Yoru is someone that, if you don't adapt to him, he'll show up in your face with a judge. He'll put it in your face. He'll blow you away, and that's fine. He'll keep doing it until you either adapt or uninstall the game. And what will happen is, I imagine Oasis Verde will adapt to that, and then it comes down to then how you actually do play Yoru, which is how do you flash for your team? How do you not even get the frags yourself, but use things like the dimensional drift and the footsteps, the fake Yoru clones and such, to bring up that much more space, or that much more kind of ability for your team to then take the fights.
Yeah, I mean, on the side of Oasis, though, Jet Reyna is a little bit of a more ranked composition. That's something that I usually run in my ranked games, even in Immortal. But we'll have to see who actually goes and picks up the operator, because either character can do it. So it's kind of interesting to me to see both Jet and Reyna, but I mean, that's just how confident they are. So we're going to have to see how far that confidence takes them. Aim is going to get picked off. Goodbye. Smile's just going to absolutely demolish that. King Haas as well. Trade's going everywhere. Mali gets 2. King Haas gets 2 as well. We're down into a 3v2. Oasis, I mean...
Very fast start there. I mean, that's kind of wacky. Now Verde having to burn the Viper Orb just to try and get the spike. Again, remember, it cannot get picked up anymore. Speaking of cannot get picked up, I don't think Aiden is getting picked up from the 2 bullet wounds in his skull, as unfortunately now it's just Mali left. 3 versus 1. The control from CLS here is very strong. You're needing something quite magical, Mali.
Yeah, I mean, okay, wall going up now. It is doable. Side has been blocked for Zeno, but I mean, everybody knows, so they're just gonna come in. Mali just looking for an opportunity. Gets 1, gets 2. Oh my god, 6 HP left in a 1v1. Oh my god. Okay, Colis just giving that up. Doesn't even want a chance, but oh my god, Mali is actually unaware of this.
The movement.
Lightning.
This is so smart. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Mali. I mean, I said he was hoping for a prayer, but you know what? If Mali is able to work miracles like that, it wasn't quite enough to bring us home, but that's a hell of a start again for CLS to put this round barely in their side after what could have been the clutchest moment. I think I'm going to be saying that a few times these next series, is who could be the clutchest in the Reynas thus far.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've seen incredible clutches from both teams coming out so far. It's just been so back and forth, especially on the sheriff rounds as well at some point. But I mean, Oasis on an eco right now, so we'll have to see. Smile is pushing up with the outlaw. So dangerous for Oasis, so easily punishable as well though. Smile gets Wolverine. That's their only one in A main as well. The rest are in halls, just trying to come out. Getting shot down. AV gets one. Falls back though. Left in a 1v4.
That's what I was talking about, the flashes there, Golak. You have to make sure you're not doing that, because that's the thing. If you're a cheeky enough Yoru just to be able to do all that on your own with the dimensional drifts and the teleports and the fakes, then yes, of course. But if you're not, and Smile suddenly gets angles taken away from him, this could easily become a nightmare for CLS instead of the dream it currently is.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at this though. They're on a Frozzy on the Spectre. All right, you know what? Fair enough. You do you. Breeze got a Spectre. Not quite what I'm used to seeing, but I mean, if you're that Spectre demon, if you got that dog in you, then Smile as well, getting that luck. Good night as well. Good night, Aiden. King Haas is just trying to find something. Oh, the Euro TP is over. They're trying to take Frozzy, gets one, but gets traded by King Haas. Oh, it's just that. It's just chaos on the side right now. King Haas is looking for another one. Oh my goodness. Smile closing it out as well. Oh. That is bonus round for CLS.
What is that collab? We were saying this earlier, right? And I have to just say this because you know what, King Haas, whatever you have been working on recently, please continue to do it, because that is like, and I say this with all the love personally, but that is a little uncharacteristic to be just walking in like that and completely decimating Oasis Verde with that. I've seen you do some incredible things, but this is a whole other level, and if you can keep this up, then I think CLS just win off the back of you.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is shooting back today. Smile already with that operator front. It's just gonna go so deep into side. Look at that entry. I mean, do they expect this though? Like you said, with the Yoru clone and the Yoru flash, I mean, CLS needs to be careful of their own util. But oh my god, look at these walls. It's just so difficult. Crisp shot from Aiden. And here we go. CLS just getting their footing back into the round. I mean, Aiden.
Oh my! King Haas is there again. King Haas is just there with the confidence to shut down the op from Aiden. This is wacky. I do respect the fact that the neural theft had come through and there was absolutely still a swing. They knew Aiden was holding the op, but no, we have the confidence. We have the guts to make that swing, and you know what? Fair play. I play with confidence, and you will succeed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, mad respect. CLS has that fourth round. Still Smile with that operator, and I mean, that guy's just nuts on it. I've seen some crazy stuff, but he's going crazy with that outlaw and that operator. So I'm always happy to see that as a fellow operator player myself. Oasis.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just involuntary. That's just a gag reflex that happened. Sorry, move on. Sorry, what were you saying?
Wow. Okay.
That's so
I see how it is.
I'm sorry.
I see how it is.
I'm sorry. Oh, speaking of toxic, Smile drops Valley, Golak dropping Aiden as well. Wolverine trying to get the information. No, Xeno's going to shut that down. And the round, just as quick as it begun, and just as quickly as I insulted Mini, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, Avy, there's not much you could do here. Oh my gosh, yeah, Xeno just closing that out very quickly. Smile, that operator is going absolutely nuts right now. I think Oasis would be looking to call a timeout by stage. We saw it last time as well when they were 5 rounds down. They just need to find some way to bring this back, because this Reyna Jet so far hasn't been working out so well for them.
No, and you've got to remember, this is important. Like, good call. Yeah, that's very smart from timeout from Oasis, and I think this should be your time. I do like as well, because, and this is the scariest thing. This is what I was saying earlier. Unless they have something very, very ready on defense, Oasis Verde, this is their map pick. This is their map pick. So what's now, as I said before, if you don't have something very planned and very in place, Breeze is arguably just a death sentence, particularly since Tube reopened up. Now, Cave is still closed, but with Tube reopening up, there's just so much that, from an attacking perspective, you can choose, but CLS just have completely locked down in the form of the Viper, in the form of the Cypher, and in the form of the locations being played, particularly by Smile and Lightning.
Oh yeah, I think it's very important to note as well how well CLS are using that Yoru. Because they're just sending that guy to TP over and reinforce the site. And I think that's really what's helping CLS just run away with this right now. Just pretty much send that TP. If they're A, just stay A. If they're B, TP onto B, help King House out. And I mean, that's just very important. Smile peeking mid this time, but not going to find any fruits for his effort.
No, not quite yet. And another thing that we seen a little bit yesterday with Elysian versus Andromeda, and I hope we see it some more. A very, very underappreciated combo is the Yoru, is the Hunter's Fury, extra dimensional drift. Also, another unappreciated combo is Avi and Sheriff to the Dome. Smile just absolutely ignoring the layer, still getting the shot through. Just unfortunately for Avi, a tiny bit too fast on the swing. As now it is Mali, and it is going to be Wolverine trying to just get this mid control. But look at the difference here from where CLS are. They are going to have to fight this 1 versus 1, but if Smile's able to land these shots the way he is, then it might just be 1 versus 2 completely covered off. The Cloudburst is actually going to cover the dart just barely and be enough for Smile to get out, and now the rest of CLS are falling back on the site. It's Wolverine versus Lightning versus Smile versus King Ass. It wasn't going to be this. It wasn't going to end any other way.
I mean, it's spectacular shooting from Smile, but even look at this 2K from AV, bang, bang, 2 to the head. I mean, just getting shot down by Smile though, kind of unlucky, but they are 6 rounds up. We're going full buy versus full buy now. Smile, 9-2 right now. What can you do about that?
I don't know, King Haas at 7-1. Well, I mean, you've got 2 people from CLS that just seem so confident right now in their abilities. Look at this, like, speaking of confidence and abilities, this is what I mean. It does seem like Oasis Verde did hear the step, but Smile just absolutely happy just to slow walk his way all the way through. Aiden, you know what? Yeah, that is a bit too overconfident, and you shall be punished for that as the pick goes down. The neural theft being used in, I would actually say, arguably a little bit early, particularly with Oasis Verde seemingly leaving the spike back on Cannon. They're trying to keep this mid control, but King Haas is going to shut it down. And now their Oasis Verde are super split. It's Wolverine down in Tube trying to get the cross, but no, Lightning very much ready for it. And now Oasis do have sight. There's just no bomb with them.
Yeah, they're going to have to go back for that thing. But I think they might, yeah, AV's going to be looking for a pick up and look off. Well, okay, yeah.
Throw your layer.
Crossfire with the whole squad.
1 enemy remaining.
And it ends as predictably as you'd think.
Oh, AV does get out though. does get pinged though. Nah, it's over. Yeah, that's right. No, bro.
We tried to give a little bit of love. We were like, maybe something crazy can happen. Unfortunately for AV, not quite as much. I think as soon as the layer got up the way it did, I think you understand what you're walking into.
Yeah, I mean, that four-man hold on CT, like, what can you do with that crossfire at that point? I mean, that's kind of a jump scare if you look at it.
Valorant is a horror game. Valorant is a horror game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think very much AV is standing by that statement. As now 7-0. The util's rough for Oasis again. Smile trying this swing again. This time will be getting the shot right back on the Aiden. As there looks to still be, even with that pick, a very fast 4-man push onto B side, but Fozzy getting legged through AV as well. King Haas now just hiding in the back. Wolverine very much acting namesake, falls on top of King Haas, and now we're finally seeing the Viper's pick cut through. The sonar dart not ready for another 18 seconds, instead using the extra dimensional drift as the Sova drone. I did say it earlier from Gulag. The spray from Lightning, pretty good actually. Gets quite a bit of damage. Wolverine and Mali solo. What is that, Lightning? If you are Mali, you are furious as Wolverine now getting pushed off. The spike has not even been planted, and with only 4 HP and a dream fading away from him.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm Oasis, I'm punching my every single play, bro. I'd be just punching my monitor. I can't lie. That was actually criminal. What happened?
Yeah,
I mean,
lightning. That was pretty rough.
yeah. I mean, even Smile though. Like I got that. I saw that movement. I saw that movement.
Yeah.
And then Wolverine with a Goomba
30
stomp
seconds
onto
left.
King House as well. I mean, I mean, what a round so far. Wolverine with 5 HP is going to try and look to close this out, though. Trying to go mid and get a little bit of aggressive, but all of Coalesce is just going to go through CT. So just going to have to see what happens here. Got the Hunter's Fury, though, so
I was literally about
maybe
to
a
say.
pick.
I was gonna say, do you think he pops it here? There's no way, right?
If he gets this one, if he gets the next one. Ooh.
I believed. I believed for a split second when that shot landed. I believed. I believed in Verde.
Yeah, that was some clean shots right there. Second one, unfortunately, not going Wolverine's way. But again, I think it's 8-0 right now. So at this point, any miracle needs just to happen right now.
No, it does. If you're Oasis here again, this was your map pick. Unless they do have a very confident defense, which again with Reyna and Jet is a bit of a difficult thing to see. Again, Reyna, arguably, if not just straight definitively, the most aggressive agent in the game, relies purely off of getting frags and such. Her rework hasn't come through just yet, so for anyone that doesn't know, her util is getting a bit reworked. We will discuss it just after we get into this first pistol round for the first pistol round. I'm just idiot zero believing it. It's because there's been so many saves. Another kind of half buy for the side of Oasis Verde.
Yeah, I mean, they got that horse control, but I mean, just AV getting picked off right there. Zeno actually losing a lot of his health as well. Aiden is in horse as well. Don't count him out. Mali is trying to work around as well. Wolverine gets one. Mali gets one. King Haas in well, I mean, Spawn gonna be looking for one. Oh, that angle. Ew.
Up in the top of the wall, that's a dirty angle. The first time I ever heard about that angle, I double tapped someone through a Viper smoke to get a kill, and I was like, oh, that angle does work. Speaking of tap Viper, it's not through a smoke, but it's absolutely through a wall. With Smile now with the Bladestorm good to go. Wolverine only on like 5 HP. Smile, I think, does have the information there. He did see Aiden, not going to be able to get in the tap on the crouch, and no, Wolverine. And finally, it's taken 9 rounds, sorry, but one of them is finally Oasis's.
I mean, that looked kind of promising for Smile there. Just for a second, there was a glimmer of hope, but those that Bladestorm going a bit wide does give Oasis their first round on the board. I mean, look at these stats though right now. Smile is 12 and 5.
Yeah, it's pretty scary whenever you let no. But then again, once CLS do swap over to the attacking side, obviously the op becomes a bit less viable. So Smile will have to kind of do a little bit more with a little bit less. In theory, even with the wall hacks, isn't quite able to get the shot onto Frozzy, jumping over the second shot for Smile as this aim duel onto mid. Please, that is more misses on that like 20-second interval than the rest of this series combined. That's absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, I mean, even with the wall hacks, like you said, I mean I think that might have been bullet accuracy that messed Smile up there, because that looks pretty on point to me. But obviously, with these plays, you have to have split-second reaction time. I am the hunter. Here we go. Wolverine trying to find Zeno. Surviving. Oh, yeah, nice try, Frozzy. Oh, gets 2. Wolverine does eventually get the trade, but not after losing 2. AV does get Golak as well. 2v3 right now. I don't think they're aware of this flank. Oh yeah, this is brutal. Lightning gets Wolverine, and Aiden gets that trade on that flanking the flanker.
30 seconds left.
However delayed you play, there's always someone a little bit more delayed, and that will be Aiden. So now King Haas is trying to do this just 2v1 situation. He wants to try and get any sort of space, but I don't really see it happening. I mean, AV and Aiden, you just have to play this pretty mistakenly, I think, for King Haas to have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Oasis being so good in 2v1s in post-plant as well before. I mean, look at this discipline. Oh, never mind. AV is going to go for the swing, but it doesn't matter. King goes down. kill is confirmed. That's round number 2 for Oasis.
You bring them 8-4 all of a sudden. If they do have something cooked up for when Oasis do go into defense again, it's unlikely. I cannot believe Wolverine accidentally gets Smile while going for Zeno there. That is unfortunate for Smile, but very good for Oasis. But yeah, I mean, 2 extra rounds all of a sudden. I mean, look at that econ for CLS. Got maybe 1 more round in them, so I think they are able to basically get 2 buys to take this to the second half. But Oasis Verde, if they can keep up with this momentum that they are doing, 8-4, if they have a plan for the side swap, isn't entirely impossible to work with.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not over till it's not over till it's over. King Haas is just gonna be chilling on B side, behind that wall, hoping for a spam. Got a double cage on main as well. Just going to, I guess, look to stall. Wait for that teammates to rotate as well. Frozzy is just looking to punish any misstep from King Haas, but I mean, he's watching TikTok, so it's all good.
Yeah, you did mention he has been getting that TikTok viewership steadily up and improved. The shock darts as well coming through are going to stop the tripwire, so that delay you had mentioned, Mini, actually does get shut down pretty sharp, and now Frozzy has this control in the box. It all comes down to how this swing goes. Smile has so many angles to hold. Understandably, actually just gets out. It's trying to now play around where Wolverine will be. King Haas still not watching TikToks anymore, but hasn't got any more involved just yet. And actually, we do see there hasn't even been a full rotate from CLS.
Yeah, I mean, at this point they don't really need to, because the spike has only gone down now, but Frozzy gets another one. I mean, Lightning, Golak, AV, Mali, they all get picked for their own. Zeno is now suddenly left in a 1v3.
I want do you finish 1v3 or do you finish 1v3 or do you retract that to 0v3? Unfortunately, that is the way it ended, and now all of a sudden that 8-4 looking quite a bit more likely.
Yeah, I mean, round by round for Oasis, especially with Reyna and Jet, that defense for Coalesce can be that make or break depending on how they use the Yoru. So we'll just have to see. But 8-3, I mean, it's kind of looking similar to last game, where the last game's first half on Sunset was 8-4, so we'll have to see. Oh my god! Nice shot.
Golak certainly seen. He's seen 2 bullets going into his head at the same time. Mali actually just unfortunately getting the time there, not quite good. Ooh, even a pixel off of finding Smile through the cloud burst. Frozzy's able to pick one up as well. They've gotten bored. They're sick of it. It's all ops. Oops, all ops. As Breeze, in fact, usually does get called. Wolverine, though, at least good for one onto Zeno, and now this control from the attacking side. They've got that undertube from Door. King Haas actually hears the neural theft and is continuing to rotate to B, despite the fact he's got all the information that Oasis Verde are on A. Not quite sure there, but still finds King Haas. Maybe just backing up really to try and find that angle onto Wolverine. Incredibly well played. Does he expect Aiden here as well, though?
It looks like kind of, but Aiden was just more ready for it. Smart has been waiting for that for ages as well. I mean, they should have known about that, but Frozzy's just getting picked off. Oh, look at these operators, though. I mean, it's so difficult. Smile gets another one. Nice shot, though.
Can't do that.
Nice try. Nice try. That setup was just way too strong, though. But I mean, that was a glimmer of hope. It was looking kind of good for Coalesce, but again, 8-4 half looking kind of similar to Sunset.
And well, I mean, hopefully I hope for Oasis Verde's sake at least, we hope only similar in a kind of visual standpoint, because if it ends up in a practical standpoint, then that means CLS take this 13-11, they move on, take more points off, and Oasis Verde actually fall. Because one thing that we didn't mention right at the start was Oasis Verde did basically come from the death group and top it. The death group basically colloquially named because everyone had a chance of, everyone basically had equal playing field against each other, and everyone was incredibly cracked. So Oasis Verde now to run into Coalesce, and well, it's not been written just yet, I say as I put down the script. It's not been written just yet, but Coalesce, looking to make something similar happen.
Yeah, I mean, going into pistol round though, we have both duelists towards B, and that means, I mean, they're not going to be getting that first blood. Looks like Maddie's trying to go for a little bit of spam, not finding anything except for the Yoru clone. Spike has been planted. Here come the rotates. Oasis, what can you do? We've seen your retakes. I mean, go to shambles a bit. Oh, yo, my bad. Wolverine picking off Xeno.
What were you saying? What were you saying there? Wolverine has something else to say about that. I've tried to stop saying that. Anytime you say anything as a caster, you just tempt fate. And speaking of tempting fate, Golak is tempted to take out the rest of Oasis Verde when this really looked to be their fight. All he has to do is get the swing. He doesn't quite find it as Mali able to just barely hold on and bring Oasis Verde up. 5-8 to them, and now the pistol round and the econ both in Oasis advantage.
I mean, Mali is just... I mean, he's just a demon with a ghost. What can I say? Ghost demon. Here, I mean, beautiful pick on that 1v1. Very nice to close out that round. 8-5 on the side of Oasis. We do see Frozzy going for that outlaw, so it looks like Frozzy will be going for the more operator style, while AV will be going for more rifling. So we'll just have to see what they do. I guess they're going to do a little bit more of a default. Just try and find picks where you can.
No, and that's nice. And one thing, again, I will always credit, and people have heard me, I sound like a little bit of a broken record, but Riot does really deserve love for how the Outlaws found its place in the meta, but it's not been either like completely useless or underused. It does feel like it's got a bit of utility to it. King Haas has found that out the hard way. Lightning at the very least still able to put Wolverine down and get a little bit of a gun upgrade for Xeno. Again, once you commit the Viper Orb, though, you can't go back to pick that up to then set it up for your post plant or for your tech. That orb is now committed to that mid site, which unfortunately means CLS don't have too much left to work with other than the Viper Wall.
Yeah, here we go. Aiden's just going to have so many people collapsing onto him on site. Frozzy just going to get that pick, though, with that classic. That's a 3k for Frozzy. Xeno gets Aiden. Yeah, nice try with that Cypher. AV gets that one on Golak. Xeno in a 1v3 again. I mean, what can you do? 56 HP. Oh my god, that position. Yeah, Mali just closing that out. I mean, I just want to say, Wolverine got so deep onto mid. I mean, I'm just quite surprised he even pushed that far. That's a... I mean, for me, that's a bit questionable, but hey, Oasis took the round, so what do I know?
No, exactly. But that's kind of what we are seeing. We are seeing now Oasis are basically warmed up. They're happy now to take these fights. They are a bit more... It does seem that Oasis just do struggle with pushing into people, but the minute they can stand their ground, the minute they can hold their angles, Oasis do seem to very much kind of excel, which does actually kind of call into question the Reyna pick that little bit more, because Reyna, of course, is best at getting a pick and then jumping out, but Oasis Verde seem to be the best at just trying to keep these angles as under control as possible. The minute they have to give them up, we see this. Xeno able just to walk through mid and take out Aiden and Frozzy with the help of the Viper Wall. May even add to their kills in just a moment. AV's able to be at least good for one down on that elbow, but I think that's going to be all they wrote. Oasis Verde have quite the hill to climb.
Yeah, I mean, it is still a 3v3, so don't count them out. Xeno does still have the orb, I believe, so... Oh my god, so much util on side right now. Just looking for a pick. Yeah, that's 4! Xeno is on for the ace! Gets the ace! Oh my goodness, the collat and then into Wolverine. Very, very well played. Xeno with an ace. I mean, let's just go back to that replay. What can I say? Beautiful gunplay.
I know what you can say. Xeno is Kino. Xeno is Kino. Xeno is Kino. That is a disgusting 5. We have seen so many collaterals this series. Has been actually ludicrous. We've seen a fair few Elysian and Andromeda yesterday, so to continue that for, I think we've had, what, at least 3, maybe 4 over the last 2 maps. That's absolutely incredible, and nice work from Xeno.
Yeah, I mean, it was just beautiful. Oh, Smile somehow gets away with that. That's robbery. But fair enough, you do you. Oasis, actually, I guess Wolverine just got punished for whiffing. Mali trying to look for some deeper space in mid though, but not gonna see anything. Coalesce is just going to look to pretty much explode out of this when possible. Here we go. Viper Wall's gonna go down at some point.
There it is.
Okay, there we go. Viper Wall's going down.
Viper Wall is going down, and CLS are going in. It is again 5 versus 4 for the side of CLS. Aiden, if he can get this flank down pretty quick, which it looks like he has, it's maybe just too late. No, King Haas is not ready. Xeno's got the Viper snake bite to try and stop Aiden, but no, it's not going to be enough. Frozzy's actually backing up Aiden as well. The human warpath that is Aiden. Lightning's going to try and catch onto Frozzy. Gets a bit of damage onto both Frozzy and Mali, but now 1 versus 4. Everyone's pretty half except Aiden. Nearly another collat. Nearly another one as the Wise Mystical Tree grows and Aiden diffuses to bring Oasis Verde up to 9-7.
Oh, I mean, the amount of, this series is just lineup series for everybody. I mean, the amount of possible collats and collats we have seen is just crazy. I mean, you said it yourself. Look at this.
Like Crosshair slightly different there, and all of a sudden we're screaming Coalesce instead of Verde.
Yeah, I mean, Oasis are clawing their way just round by round back into it, 9-7. I mean, at one point it was 8-1. So, I mean, again, they're making a pretty good effort right now. Coalesce just do have a little bit more wiggle room to work with, though.
I think this is what we were both saying about this is now Golok trying to play the Yoru a bit more traditionally, like how he's meant to be played, but that's a difficult thing to do. And, well, for Mali, what a difficult thing was not to do was take out Smile. Smile's absolutely been dropped down now. You've lost one of your main forms of aggression. Xeno's at least good for 1. And Mali is trying to now keep this space controlled for as long as possible. It comes down to this swing. Golak may not be doing anything fancy with the util, but he's absolutely doing something fancy with the gun. And at the end of the day, that's really all you need him to do. As now 3 versus 4, sorry. Vipers up and running.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Oasis just try and even get back into this round. I mean, I'm just interested that they're not saving, but they're actually going to go for this and try and get away with some criminal activity. Oh, the whiffs go wide. Xeno punishes Aiden for whiffing. Lightning gets Frozzy as well. AV, not much you can do. That running gun from King Haas closes out that round. Oh, look at this. Okay. Look at this teabagging. All right. I mean, Oasis did do it first, so kind of deserved, but that's 10 rounds on the board for Coalesce.
Oh, it's a mental game, it's a behavioral game, it's every game. If that is enough to get into your head, if you're Avi or if you're anyone from Oasis, then this is when you need to call your timeout. If looking at that frustrates you, it frustrates me, but I'm not playing, so I'm allowed to be annoyed. My mental can be as ruined as it wants to be. There's no effect on the players, but that is something that Oasis Verde do just have to shake off. They've been really good. I mean, I think it was basically, as you were pointing out, Minnie, I think it was 8 rounds in a row to Coalesce. Then Oasis just took back 4 in a row, and then Oasis have been stronger on this half than they were on the first. So Oasis are still very much in this, particularly with the ultimates currently online.
Yeah, I mean, we do see Bladestorm and then the weaker Reyna ultimate, the Empress as well. They do have Cypher ultimate as well, that Neural Theft. So we'll just have to see if Oasis can even get a pick for that ultimate to be used. But again, just double duelist towards B again. And looks like Coalesce is just going to go right into those aimers. Frozzy just jiggling this angle and AV playing up close as well. This is a very, very strong setup, that 90-degree setup. And Frozzy is just, well, leaving. Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. I'm out. I'm bored. I want to see some interesting things happen, and King Haas is the first to make it now. Look at this lurk through. Oh my days! I cannot believe Wolverine or Lightning wasn't facing there. Smile absolutely had to bail him out, as he's going to get another pick onto Frozzy, Mali, and it'll just be Mali now and Aiden alive. and Aiden's got a long distance to cover to try and group up with Mali. Meanwhile, this lurk from King Haas will actually be caught out by Aiden, so that's all the mid control for them. But look at this utility. The Sova drone still up and kicking. Mali actually able to sidestep it pretty beautifully. There is the neural theft online for Oasis Verde should they want to use. I think it really comes down to Lightning taking this first initial engage. There's 3 from CLS, all just backed up in that corner. The first engage goes to Mali's way, and I think off of that, Mali knows roughly where at least some of CLS are, but look at how defensively they're playing this. They don't want to overswing it anyway. Aiden's just trying to stick the spike, but not going to, as Aiden falls and CLS are now 11-7.
I mean, I think you maybe if you saw or didn't look at this whiff from AV, like.
Oh god!
Like, that is heartbreaking to see. If you're an Oasis Verde fan, that must be absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, that's a timeout right there. I mean, you can see AV's like maybe got the nerves coming to him or something. But that whiff is that was bad.
Maybe that teabag did a bit more than I was saying that earlier. Maybe that teabag did do something, and that's definitely going to stick in AV's head, because again, AV gets the pick, the dismiss gets out for free, Lightning goes down, the Sova util's all gone, and AV gets away, and instead AV just, that is, yeah, no, I mean, you did say that's heartbreaking for them, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I mean, Valorant is a mind game, so we'll just have to see how shattered Oasis's mind is. I mean, their collective mind as a group, that's what I mean. But again, it's, I mean, they gotta be mad after that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the question is now, can they just screw their heads back on? They don't have the best buys right now, so in theory, this is going to go to match point. But if anything, we've seen so many thrifties, so many clutch plays from both, from both players, from both setups. AV even practicing the aim there, making sure he can track Frozzy, because he needs these shots to land. Does actually crouch under the Sova dart there. Very good. Very well done. Going to sidestep as well. Not going to take... Okay, well, Wolverine going to clear out the bait that is the Yoru clone, as now AV actually looks ready to try and get a swing, and it goes pretty expectedly, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, AV getting punished for that hyper-aggressive play. Very, very nice discipline coming from Coalesce as well. But that's honestly what you're seeing from Oasis, is they're just playing aggro. It doesn't even matter who it is. It could be Wolverine on that Sova. It could be Mali. I mean, they're just walking up mid. And that read was absolutely beautiful. But you know what's also beautiful? Smile on this lurk through halls with that outlaw. Xeno also getting one on that Mali, and Frozzy as well. Oh my goodness.
Frozzy was lost in some sort of sauce there. I'm not sure if the headphones maybe didn't pick that the wall had fallen down, but actually had. Speaking of falling down, Wolverine's going to fall down due to Smile. And with that now, I think CLS all have a smile on their face as they move on. Only 1 round left. I am sorry, Frozzy. I think your audio must have absolutely... Or you had no belief that anyone was going to be in the other end of that Viper wall, because that was a decision and a half to swing the way you did.
Yeah, I mean, Oasis still got that, I guess I got that confidence in them. But, I mean, it is match point. They are down 5 rounds to even bring this back to match point. So we'll just have to see. Smile is still with that outlaw as well. I mean, it's pretty much a two double shot operator as well, because Oasis are knocked down so low. Wolverine does actually get King House with that ultimate. Nice shot. Nice ultimate as well. Very, very skilled ultimate. Mali just trying to even look to get a pick. Bladestorm is going to go wide though.
And the snake bite has got to go down, not enough to stop anyone from CLS really from getting onto the site. They are the man down though, as many you did say. So Golak now just trying to kill as much time as possible, giving his position away, being found by Wolverine. At least Smile is able to counter through the neural theft. Very smart from Aiden just to stay in the cage and play around Xeno, but you're maybe giving too much space away. Lightning's able to bring him down, and Smile goes good for 1 as well. It's 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1. Beautiful shot from Smile. There is the Hunter's Fury and everything. Aiden, your timing has to be immaculate. They have the info now. I don't...
Aiden in a 1v1. Oh my god, the crouch, the movement light. Oh, okay.
This is no problem.
Aiden does.
Eventually.
Wait,
No,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait, wait, wait,
Defuse
pause,
happens,
pause,
defuse
pause.
happens, it happens. Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. Oh,
Play high stakes.
scary.
That-
Yeah, I don't think Lightning thought that happened either. What was this?
Oh my god, then, okay. Yeah, there's your Kovacs tracking coming in. They're not even shooting at each other at that point. Aiden, oh my goodness. Leaving it till last millisecond to even get that defuse off. But a millisecond is a millisecond. Oasis do get that round number 8. Round by round, I mean, still match point for Cody's.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden there is the terrifying prospect that Oasis get these next 4 rounds, and everyone blames Lightning, and CLS's mental goes down the drain. Hopefully, of course, for them that doesn't happen, but very possible. Lightning was very much playing that with the confidence of, even if I lose this gunfight, I've killed enough time, which he absolutely hadn't. Xeno, though, getting enough at least on the EFA, and again, that's EFA overly pushing and getting picked out. Frozzy, though.
What?
Yeah, Ferozzi deciding that he can win that fight with a Guardian, and apparently he absolutely can, as one now goes down each, and this is scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, we've got AVW King down mid, Frozzy like jump peeking down main with a Guardian into an Operator and winning the fight. Aiden on side. I mean,
So based.
oh, we just had to see what crazy stuff comes out. Oh, Go Luck Army gets 2. I mean, it's looking pretty dire for Oasis in a 1v3. Mali, not much left. Pretty much no util except for that Viper's Pit. Nowhere to run. And yeah, good night. Go Luck getting that final pick. That's a 3k. Coalesce actually taking down the Giants of the Group of Death in a dominant 2-0 series. Even though Oasis did have a couple of subs, it still doesn't matter. I mean, the gods have been taken down themselves, the beasts.
Sand, there's enough sun, there's enough places for them to calm down, chill out, and relax. And commiserations to Oasis. Very big congratulations though to CLS, well deserved. And I imagine if you're Oasis, you've really got to be considering what that Breeze pick does for you in later series, because as I said at the start, and I think it was pretty proven, Breeze can be a death sentence if you don't have an exact plan going in. Any thoughts, any congratulations, words, or commiserations?
I mean, first of all, Colis, I mean, you guys are just crazy. King Haas turned up today. Smile also turned up today. Those are the 2 players I want to mention. Nice try to Oasis. I mean, what can I say? That we had a spectacular series. It was such a pleasure to commentate it. So many back and forths, so many tense moments, so many explosive moments.
The collapse.
Yeah, the collapse. Going absolutely crazy. I mean, it was just an amazing series to watch.
No, if that really was. But it's not quite over yet, so Minnie and I will be jumping off. But at 7 p.m. BST, you'll be joined by Nitera and Vol, as they will be bringing you free orbs and X Clan, so it's not quite over just yet. It will be from us, but yeah, very big congratulations, very big shout out. For me, I just want to say, for me, my personal MVPs were, I know you'd already given the shout out, Minnie, to Smile and King Haas particularly, but I do want to say, actually, from the side of Oasis, I want to shout out Mali, because Mali had such work on the control of the map sites, and whenever they pushed through, just unfortunately didn't work out for them. I do want to also say, Lightning very much fit his name with Silva raining down the shock darts. There were some incredible good pieces of util used there, so that's all really I've got. Minnie, take us home, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess thank you guys for watching. As Dante said, we'll be back, or not us, but the Reynas will be back very, very soon with another game. Another exciting game at hand. I believe it's Free Orbs versus EXO as well, so that's going to be a pretty tense one, I believe, as well. So stick around, maybe go get something to eat, go grab some popcorn, go make some popcorn, go grab some... I myself, I'm going to grab some instant noodles. I'm hungry after seeing what we saw on Sunset. Those polygonic... chips, I'd say. But yeah, I think that's it from us. Thank you guys for tuning in, and the Reynas will see you very, very soon.
I need to watch out for this people holding his angle. Oh my word!
Still forced to swing and does do so with an updraft Reed. Not expecting the second one there. Lewis still with the blade is going crazy.
He's going to drop down the operator and pick up the vandal in the last round and care. He's not able to get anyone as the counter clash is there. But the deadlock tries to steal his teammate away, but he's going to be surviving immediately with the team play card. He's just going to deal some damage, but he's going to be easily taken out. And OOT just way too aggressive.
Oh, I see the vision.